In this tutorial, we will study what's the time element in HTML, what is datetime attribute in time element. Time element. Time element represents a specific time. The time element in HTML contains datetime attribute to convert date into machine readable format. The datetime attribute contributes to better search results. Now let's take this example. There is a time tag in which there is datetime attribute at the top of the page, first line. So date time is equal to 2025 0210 and the content is 10th February 2025. So in the first line, time tag is there, opening and closing, and in that there is date time attribute. Then the next line, the above date can be written in many ways by humans, like 10th February 2025, Feb 10 2025, 10/02 2025, 02/10/2025, 10th of this month, and so on. So the dates can be written in different ways. It's not possible for computers to recognize each and every format used by humans. So if we want to use any of the formats not recognized by computers, this is where time element is used. The time element converts date and time into unambiguous format easily recognized by computers. Standard simple date, time tag is there, and date and time attribute is there, in which 2026 0210 10th February 2026 is the content. The above format is YYYY/MM-DD easily recognized by machines. YYYY is the year, MM is the month, DD is the day. Year and month date. Now in this example we will check the year and month date. Time tag is there, date time is equal to 2026-02 and content is February 2026. Third one is month and day date, we will write and content will be the same, so on. Any date before Gregorian calendar should not be used in time element, as there will be difficulty in calculating those dates. Now let's use time tag and we will write it in a code and see how it looks. We will open the VS Code and make a new file. In the Explorer, we click on that and the options of file, new folder are available, and so we click on the new file. This is the folder. This is the icon, and we click on this and new file will be option will be available. We write the name of the file as time.html. Enter. Time.html file is created. Now we will type exclamation mark and press enter. What is emmet abbreviation? It is a option through which the boilerplate code is displayed. And what is boilerplate code? It is the basic code which is used always in a HTML program or code. So this is at exclamation doc type HTML language equal to en. So this is the basic first 11 lines, whatever is written in at exclamation doc type HTML and HTML, it is always there. So we use the emmet abbreviation option to always type the first 11 lines using the Emmet abbreviation, and these lines are called boilerplate, and in VS Code this option is available. Now let's write the program. First we will use the paragraph tag. We will write P, and opening and closing paragraph tags are there. Now let's type the time tag. When we type time tag and click on time option in the Emmet abbreviation, date time tags are available, opening and closing. Which are the opening and closing tags? Let me show you. 10th line time tag is there, opening tag and the closing time tag. We will delete this and again type the time and get the opening and closing time tag. Now we will write different types of dates and see how they look. Suppose we write YY, MM and DD. That is YY is for year, MM is for month and DD is for date. So let's write 11th February 2026. Okay, this way it is displayed on the screen. And in attribute, datetime attribute, we will mention how this will be taken, that is how it will be, how will we convert this into machine readable date. 2026. Let's see the example how we have written 2026 02 2026 02 dash dash dash. Okay, 2026 dash, then month 02, then date 11. First we will see how this looks in the preview, show preview. 11th February 2026. We can add some heading to show what we are doing. Time element. Then we have to write a break tag, BR, line break tag. Now first time element is available, and 11th February 2026 is the date showing on the preview, and we can see how it will look in a browser. This file is in HTML folder on desktop. So we'll double click the HTML folder and see our file. Where is it? Time file, there is it. Double click and we will refresh. Just a second, why is this not showing in? We have to save the file, then only it will show in browser. Let's check the browser. Refresh. Time 11th February 2026. Suppose you want any date to be used in a display or used in a web page, so you have to write that in a format which is looking good on the web page, and second you have to use it in a way, such a way, in a date time attribute, so that it is readable by the machine, that is the computer or the machine. So here time date time 2026-02-11 is the machine readable format, and 11th February 2026 is the content that is being displayed on the web page. We can try other options of also. Let's check. This is only month and date. Month and date. So we will write the time tag first and write how we want it to be displayed in the web page. 11th Feb. So we will write it in a format mm02-11. File, save. Now let's check this in preview. Break, line break is required. BR, then see the preview. 11th Feb, it is written like this, and in browser file 11th Feb, there is just a second. File, save. Refresh. Again this is showing it in one line. Break is there. File, save. Now let's check. Yes, third line, 11th Feb. This is how it will display in a web page. And next example, time, hours, minutes. Suppose you want to display only hours and minute in a website. So we will use the minutes and hours. Time tag, write it in the format of hours and minute. 19, 23, 25 minutes, and we will show this same 19:25. File, save, preview. Break line is required, line break. BR, now file, save, explorer, refresh browser. 19:25, the date time is displayed. That's all for this tutorial. If you have liked the tutorial, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.